Ortiz, and Matthew Akers. All right. So we have 13 employees who have 20 years or more, and their department heads are going to come up and speak about them.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Cole, Department of Records. I'd first like to recognize Christine, we call her Chris Majors. Chris is an example, a tremendous example. Come on up, Chris. Perseverance, loyalty, and dedication. She worked her way up, starting in our mailrooms, moving up through our financial systems, our records, and now it's helping and assisting. It's moved up all the way up to pay staff parole and personnel. She always has a smile on her face. She's very helpful to anyone. Chris will do anything for anyone. Often we overlook the value of our clerical staff, and I want to say I commend Chris for the job she does. Chris adds to the safety and security of our facility and is a tremendous asset to our agency. Chris, thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize Joe Lomberg. He is a lieutenant. Joe has served on both the adult and the juvenile detention center. He currently serves as lieutenant over our special services, which is bonding, booking, transport, classification. Joe has a tremendous sense of humor. Biggest quality is his desire to learn. Joe grew up on the adults or on the juvenile side and said, I want to take a shot on the adult. And Joe has done an outstanding job. He could stay at the JDC and continue to move up like he has, but he wanted to transfer. Joe goes to court. He represents our agency on off-site meetings, and Joe just does a tremendous job. And I'm just, again, with all our staff, I'm very honored to work along with Joe. Thank you, Joe. Chris was 20 years, Joe was 20 years, and then last is Angel Griego. Angel's been with us 30 years.
Whoa.
And I think
good job.
What hasn't Angel done in our agency? Angel's done it all from operations, programs, special services, and now serves as our medical officer. This was one of the things and the positions we put in there to add safety, security, integrity when it came to the accreditation and confidentiality, when it came to how we do our inmate medical services, and Angel runs the show. Supervisors don't have to go down there. Angel runs it. Angel, I think her biggest asset, not only in the world, is Angel has a heart. Angel will go to great lengths for staff. We've had staff that have committed suicide. We've had staff that have lost their homes. Angel will be the first person with the care committee, who leads our care committee, putting on raffles, burritos, sales, you name it, to do anything to raise funds for staff. And if anybody was recently at the DOC for the Fiesta, she is out in our community getting support and bringing corrections and community together. Angel is right up front with that. She's very busy with community events like Fiesta, helping others, and brings a sense of connection to those who know nothing about corrections. I look to Angel often when it comes to making the decision or getting the idea of what's going out on the floor, to get an idea of how's morale, how things going, how am I doing as a director. I'm here because of our staff. I'm here because of Angel. And so, Angel, thank you. I appreciate you. I love all of our staff, and I want to say thank you for everything you do. Thank you.
That was a good tribute.
Sure.
Isn't there a song, Angel Baby?
You're also the wrong person.
Hey, Johnny. I haven't seen you in a while.
Okay, one, two.
In Public Works, Mike Butler is celebrating 25 years of service. Mike started his career with Shawnee County Public Works in May 1998 while attending evening classes at Washburn University. He was hired part-time to paint equipment. Mike's full-time employment in Shawnee County started in September of '99 when he was hired as a mechanic. In addition to his time as a mechanic, over the intervening 25 years of service, Mike has been a crew leader in 3 of 4 districts, a traffic regulator, a member of the bridge crew, and he has held numerous road maintenance positions. As Mike says, I've been around. Mike tells me that overall he has enjoyed his time employed by Shawnee County Public Works. Mike is not present, but let's collectively thank Mike for his valued and varied service to Shawnee County. Okay.
And for the sheriff's office, I have Under Sheriff Hooper step up here. So Shane was hired in 1989, so he's been here a long time, 35 years, Shane. So Under Sheriff Hooper was hired in '89. He promoted up to lieutenant in '97. I promoted him to the major in under sheriff in 2020. And Shane does so much for our agency. He's institutional knowledge that he possesses because he was here when there was almost still riding horses. So Shane's actually,
So wasn't that funny?
He's ran our mounted posse for years. One of the things that really does impress me about Shane is his commitment, not only to the sheriff's office, but to his family, because I think he's got like 10, 12 grandkids or something. We're always glad to see them when they drop in to visit grandpa. But Shane does so much for us. He stays on our budget cycle for us. He has ran our special weapons and tactics team. He's been a leader in our fitness program for the sheriff's office. He's been to numerous management courses, and institutionally, Shane's probably the guy that sets the tone for the sheriff's office, and I appreciate it, and it'd be a very difficult job if Mr. Hoover wasn't there helping me run this place, so thank you so much. And next, Deborah Wright. And Miss Wright has been employed from the sheriff's office since 1989. She has held numerous jobs from the offender registration to the patrol duties, but she is an institution within herself as a school resource officer. She has been at Rossville and Silver Lake where she served the community and the citizens. I think the administrators there called her for an abundance of resources and things, and we really appreciate her. I know she does a lot of training at that school for the sheriff's office, and she leads and helps out when we do our tactical training that we've implemented with the school resource officers. So we appreciate her greatly in the schools. Thanks to everybody.
We have a couple of other people.
Sheriff, you want to back up here?
The sheriff's office also has some other long-term employees that we want to recognize. Jason Mills for 20 years, Yolanda Alexander for 30 years, Heather Gernhardt for 30 years, and Anthony Neschok for 30 years.
Good morning. Shawnee County Solid Waste has 3 employees that we'd like to recognize for their long-term employment within the county. First is Tony Johnson. He hit that 20-year mark. Mr. Johnson started the department as a collector. He was a collector for about 3 years. The collector's got everybody's on the back of the truck. And then he became a driver and worked his way up to a side load driver where he's been for about the past 10 years. So Mr. Johnson has been one of our lead trainers for the piece of equipment, so we just like to thank Mr. Johnson for his work. The second person is Vince Bateman. He's been with the county for 30 years now, and like Mr. Johnson, he started out on the back of the truck and then worked his way up to the driver as well. He's one of my current front load drivers. He's pretty well known within the community. He's been down here at the commission meetings a couple times, and he's pretty well known over in the Oakland area, so we'd like to thank him as well for his commitment. And then finally, Mr. David Blevins, 45 years as a collector driving around in the back of the truck. That is a hard job, and he has stuck with it for 45 years. And he is not slowing down, so we'll probably see him in another 5 years at that 50-year mark. He's a pretty young man still. He started his job when Mr. Rippon was just born. So, again, I'd like to thank Mr. Clemens for his commitment. He was born into the trash business with his family, and then he started with the county, and he just ran with it. So again, I'd like to thank all three gentlemen for their trash business.
This morning, we'd like to recognize 4 individuals who are retirees from Shawnee County. Bill will be the first person to present.
And again, all my guys seem to be camera shy, so I'm batting 1,000 with non-attendees. But just last time we had this meeting, we recognized Mr. Eddie Spencer for his 25-year mark or 20-year mark as the HHW manager. And then not too long after that, he came up to me and said, "Hey, I think it's time." And once you hit that point in your life that you make that commitment, he said he wanted to just spend some time with his family. So that's what he did, and that's where he's at today, spending time with family. So I'd like to thank Mr. Spencer for his appointment with Shawnee County. He took that role of HHW manager and took that facility to basically what the standard of all household hazardous waste facilities should be in the state of Kansas. He's widely known throughout the state, and we're going to miss him. So I'd again just like to thank him and wish him well in his retirement and his future. Thank you.
Well, today, Jay Dotson is the person that I'm speaking about, and Jay couldn't be here today, but he's been with the county since 2004, so 20 years. He started as a park maintenance worker, worked up to a park maintenance tech, and then now he's a park maintenance lead worker. Jay has spent the majority of that time working in our athletic field maintenance division, which is, quite honestly, that sounds glamorous, I know, but it is a lot of work, you know, and those guys work a lot of evenings and weekends to make sure the fields are playable, and so they put in a lot of extra time. And Jay, it goes to show that Jay is just one of our more dedicated employees. He's done a great job. We'll miss him. He's got 2 wonderful kids, grown kids that we get to spend more time with now. So anyway, Jay Dotson.
Patrick Wagner recently retired this past May after approximately 10.5 years of service as a District 2 road maintenance employee in Public Works Department. Before coming to Shawnee County, Patrick tells me life seemed like constant work. The endless cycle was work, eat, sleep, repeat, with little to no time available to him for participation and enjoyment in his children's after-school activities. When his youngest child was 13, Patrick started work for Shawnee County, and immediately his family situation improved. He now had some balance between work and family. Since his retirement in May, Patrick tells me every day is a Saturday, but I do miss the camaraderie between himself and the people he worked with. Although Patrick is not present, let's all wish Patrick success and happiness in his retirement, and I wish to personally thank him for his service to Shawnee County.
Good morning. I have the pleasure of recognizing Gary Garson from the Health Department for his
he's a new retiree. He is just 1 week into retirement, and so far he tells me it's going well. So Gary worked for the health department for 24 years. And during that time, he spent his entire time providing services in our environmental health program. He started in March of 2000, and as I said, just retired on June 28th of this year. His years of experience have provided Gary with immense knowledge. Gary was always excited to share that knowledge with our community stakeholders and members of the public in every field. Gary was always the first person to typically volunteer for educational outreach opportunities at events like the Topeka Water Festival and the Topeka Farm Show. Gary was a common person to be there and seen year after year. Gary's knowledge about wells in Shawnee County is unmatched by anyone in our community. Gary was able to build trust and rapport with all of the people that he served and had tremendous working relationships with our community partners, from realtors and septic installers to the general public. Gary, we appreciate your 24 years of dedicated service to Shawnee County. You will be greatly missed, and your institutional knowledge regarding environmental health in Shawnee County will be impossible to replace. But we wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors in this next chapter. With that, would you like to come to the podium and say a few words?
I always enjoyed working here very much. I enjoyed coming to work, never watched the clock, enjoyed my duties. I leave quite an education from here. So, I really enjoyed working here. We do it all over again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Gary, you want to have a picture taken?
Yeah.
Tracy, come up.
Sorry.
Thank you.
That concludes the recognition part of the meeting. When the meeting itself is over, we do have refreshments out in the hallway.
All right. Henry McClure live.
Hey, please take a quick moment to thank everybody for attending. Thank everybody for